It was the first week of December, and the residents of Willow Creek Drive were happily setting up their Christmas decorations. The streets were lined with houses covered in twinkling lights, inflatable Santas, and yard signs that read, "Merry Christmas," in every font imaginable. The snow had started to fall, adding that extra touch of magic. But in the midst of all the holiday cheer, there was one problem: the HOA. The Willow Creek Homeowners Association, HOA, had recently sent out a notice that no one was expecting. The letter arrived on a cold morning, printed in all capital letters for maximum impact. Attention residents. Due to safety concerns and maintaining the aesthetic uniformity of the neighborhood, all Christmas decorations are hereby banned. No lights, inflatables, or excessive outdoor displays. Violators will be fined. Lena, a retired schoolteacher who'd lived on Willow Creek for over 30 years, was the first to receive the letter. She had been putting up a massive inflatable Santa for as long as she could remember. She read the letter, crumpled it in one hand, and marched over to Tim's house. "This is outrageous!" she shouted, banging on his door. "Christmas is under attack!" Tim, a young dad of 2, opened the door in his pajamas, coffee in hand. "What now, Lena?" he asked, clearly expecting another one of her passionate rants about the HOA. "Look at this!" Lena waved the letter in his face. "The HOA is banning Christmas decorations. No lights, no Santas, no nothing." Tim blinked a few times, processing the news. "Wait, hold up. No more inflatable snowmen, no giant candy canes. What about my inflatable reindeer?" "Exactly," Lena said, throwing her hands up in exasperation. "This is an attack on our holiday spirit. We can't let them do this." Tim scratched his head. "You know what? I'm not taking this lying down. Let's get the neighborhood together. We'll show them how much Christmas means." That night, Tim and Lena rallied the neighborhood. Soon, a group of determined residents gathered in Lena's living room, armed with coffee mugs and a whole lot of holiday spirit. "So what's the plan?" asked Bill, the neighborhood's self-proclaimed handyman, who had a set of lights so bright they could be seen from space. "We decorate anyway," Tim said, as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. "We get creative. We'll show the HOA they can't stop Christmas." Lena nodded. "We'll do it in ways they can't fine us for. No big inflatables or excessive lights, but we'll still get our holiday cheer out there. I'm thinking homemade snowflakes on windows, maybe some reindeer made of cardboard. Who's in?" The room erupted into cheers. The next morning, Willow Creek Drive looked different. The HOA's decree had hardly dampened the residents' spirits. Lena had painted snowflakes and reindeer scenes on her windows, and they were stunning, if you looked past the fact that some of the reindeer resembled llamas more than anything else. Tim's house was a sight to behold. Since the HOA banned inflatables, he had created a Christmas tree using empty cardboard boxes stacked to the sky, each one decorated with hand-drawn ornaments. It wasn't much to look at, but at least it wasn't excessive, according to the HOA's standards. The teenagers of the neighborhood had gone a step further. They had chalked "Merry Christmas" in giant letters across the entire sidewalk. But they didn't stop there. They had secretly wrapped Claire Thompson's, the HOA president, front door with Christmas lights, leaving her a note that read, "Hope you like the decorations." The rebellion was in full swing, and the streets were buzzing with Christmas spirit like never before. Of course, it wasn't long before Claire Thompson, the HOA president, caught wind of the insurrection. She came to inspect the neighborhood, her stern expression barely visible beneath the large scarf she was wearing, which probably broke some sort of HOA rule, too, according to Tim. "Are these cardboard boxes?" Claire asked, eyeing Tim's makeshift tree. "Yep," Tim said, proudly patting it. "You don't want to be too excessive, right? Just keeping it minimal as per your rules." He winked. Claire wasn't impressed. "This is a violation of the spirit of the rules," she said, holding up her phone to take a picture. "I'll be issuing fines." "Well, good luck with that," Lena said, walking up with a snowman that was literally just a white beach ball with arms made of broomsticks. "You're going to fine all of us?" But Claire wasn't giving up that easily. "I'll report all of you to the HOA board. This can't stand. Christmas is not an excuse for chaos." "Look around, Claire," Tim said, gesturing at the street. "It's not chaos. It's community. It's Christmas. And we'll be damned if a little red tape is going to take that away." After a tense week, the pressure from the media, local news, and the overwhelming public support for the neighborhood reached a boiling point. The HOA finally called a meeting, and this time it was open to everyone in the neighborhood. "I'm just going to say it," Claire began, after the meeting had gone on for what felt like an eternity. "Maybe we were a little too strict. Fine. You can have your decorations, but keep it under control. No more cardboard trees in the future." The room erupted in applause. "So we can keep our lights?" Tim asked, eyes wide with excitement. "As long as they're not blinding people, yes," Claire said, somewhat begrudgingly. And so, the Willow Creek residents won. The HOA might have imposed a few new rules. They couldn't have inflatable Santas the size of small houses after all. But the holiday spirit was alive and well. As the snow continued to fall on Willow Creek Drive, the neighborhood was once again transformed. There were lights twinkling from every corner, wreaths hanging on every door, and, of course, Lena's reindeer that kind of looked like llamas. But it didn't matter. What mattered was that the community had come together, proving that some traditions were too important to let go of. And just maybe the HOA had learned that the spirit of Christmas couldn't be contained by rules.